Hi, we're the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa, and you. Thank you for taking a K-drama coffee break with us.
We are K-drama fans just like you, and this is our top male idol actors list.
Oh my God, I've never done anything so hard in my life.
And just so you know, this is just our list. We want to see your list in the comments below, so please let us know who are your top male idol actors. The first one is the one that Marisa and I, neither one of us was willing to let go of. So we're putting him as number 6, Im Ji-won.
From ZEA. He's so talented.
He's just so talented. I mean, it's just at the end of the day that's it, right?
So I first saw him in Misang, and I knew it was an office drama, and yet the way it started with Jang Gun-rae, like chasing someone in Cairo and hopping over rooftops. I'm like in this kind of like really nice suit, you know, I was like, I'm not sure what I'm about to watch, because then it flips into very meek Jang Gun-rae trying to get a contract job. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And he was so phenomenal in it. Such a talented actor. Oh my goodness. You blew me away.
Don't judge me, but y'all judge me all the time because you know I don't watch everything. I watched the first couple of episodes of Misang. I just never finished it. But that first episode, it was the same thing for me. Like, I was like, what is this? And who is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing, right?
Yes.
So my first experience with Im Ji-won officially was, again, don't judge me, Run On.
Oh, really?
Right. So I'm really late to the Im Ji-won fan club, right? Yeah. But now mind you, my dad was a runner and I grew up on a track. And so that was like it was very comfortable for me. But him being a little track stud was kind of my jam. So my first crushes were always my dad's track team, right? So I really, really dug it. And he's one of those guys that's just, he's not your standard male lead. And I think that's what I like so much about him.
He's quirky, but there's this ease to him. Like he's really comfortable in his own skin and he's different, and we love different. Yes. So yeah. The next one I recall heavily is Stranger from Hell.
Yes.
I watched the whole thing with Lee Dong-wook as the dentist from Hell. Oh my goodness. But I was like, again, he picked something different and challenging, and he's so good in it.
He was so good at it, and watching his decline was it was juicy and it was good and it was fun, but it was also, he was so good at it.
Yeah.
But again, just a little bit, like he could play it because it wasn't just, I found it really interesting because it wasn't just, you weren't just watching a slow moving train wreck. You were watching someone like work through madness. Mm-hmm. And I think he does that really, really well.
Yes. Where he ends up is sort of similar to the film Emergency Declaration, which if you get a chance to see it, watch it, because there's just the right amount of madness and the right amount of his character in this film, which is stacked with Korean stars. Kim Nam-gil is in it. Lee Byung-hyun is in it. It's really good. But if you're scared of flying, don't watch it.
Yeah, no.
But he's so good. He's so good.
So good. Mm-hmm. And then I will say, I also, Cocoa finally got Tracer.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of started watching that. I'm not sure how you make the tax agency exciting exactly. But he managed to hold my attention. I just, I've been going through it slowly because there's nothing horribly gripping with the story. I mean, it's your standard, he joined the tax agency to get back at the people who, the usual. But he's really good. It's, a completely different character for him, right? Completely different. He's now in charge of this agency. He's like a detective kind of guy and like an investigator. And he's so charming.
He is. He is.
My number 5, Jung Hyung-hwa from CN Blue. Which I know makes zero sense, right?
No, it's your list.
It's my list.
Yes.
But I understand that he is not the most wildly popular. But you have to understand, y'all. Sell Your Haunted House. It's probably on my top. It's probably on my all-time list.
Yeah.
And he was our male lead on that. And I loved it and loved him. And that's really all I've got to say about that. He is charming and he is fun, and his devotion when he realizes that he can do this with Jang Nara, everything about Sell Your Haunted House for me it was perfect. It was fun. It was funny. It was heartfelt. It was mystical. It was it was great. It was found family. It was just almost romantic, but not quite.
That's right.
I just loved it. I loved everything about it.
I like him because he can play an instrument. I like CN Blue. So yeah.
He is. He's wildly talented. He's also one of those wildly talented people. He like writes his own stuff, plays like 4 different instruments. Like he's just one of those guys. Like he's wildly talented and very good at he's like a producer. So I think I also like that about him.
Yeah. So my number 5 is Kang Tae-oh from Surprise. This young man cannot be denied.
Not at all.
My goodness, his trajectory, and now just as he's off to the military, he's everywhere. As of recording this, he hasn't entered the military yet, but he did what he wanted to do, which was like make enough money to allow his mom to stop working.
Aww.
Bought her a house, and he's model CF guy everywhere. I mean, it's rolling in for him.
Oh yeah.
And when he gets out of the military, he's going to be, what's he going to do?
Right.
So yeah. So Tale of Nokdu, I think is where.
That's where I first saw him.
Yeah.
He strode in Chosen, like all black Chosen garb. And I was like, who is that? Dear God. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Tale of Nokdu, and then Run On, where he was such a puppy to
such
Soo
a
Young.
puppy. So going from Tale of Nokdu to Run On, I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And Doom at Your Service.
Doom at Your Service.
Where Lee Soo Hyuk is his Hyung.
His Hyung.
Come on.
Please.
Come on.
That was just too much. It was too much.
It was too much.
They had
this can't be real.
They had to make him dumb. If it would have been his Tale of Nokdu character and Lee Soo Hyuk, it would have just been too much.
The televisions would have exploded.
They would have just exploded. Yes.
He also did a drama special called The Effect of a Finger Flick on a Breakup with Shin Ye-eun. And he was not a good man in this. And it was really refreshing to see that, because I get the sense that in real life, he's a really good guy.
Right.
And so he played this total asshole jerk of a boyfriend in a relationship that was falling apart, and he didn't treat her well. But there was something, thank God it was just one special. You don't have to watch him be like that for 16 episodes. But it was like, this young man has range. Like, this is going to be interesting as he gets older. And then Extraordinary Attorney Woo.
Wow.
Right? The whole world fell for him.
He is the king of the green flags, as they call him on the old Twitter.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, really?
Green flags?
Oh, yeah. You know, the red flag guy?
Yeah.
And there's
he's
green flag guy.
Oh, okay.
So he is the king of the green flag male leads.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's one to watch, and I wish him well in the military, and can't wait till you come back.
Wait till he gets back.
All right. We have to talk about Surprise for just a hot second.
Yes, please, Marissa, can you just explain to me what exactly it is? Because I'm very confused.
There's not much to know. It was formed as an idol group with actors.
Ah, okay.
So who's in the group? They're not on my list today, but maybe they're on your list. Yoo Il, who I don't know. Lee Tae-won, who played Park Seo-joon's brother in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Gong Myung.
I love Gong Myung.
Right? Yes. Gong Myung. Kang Tae-oh, and So Kang Joon. You guys, we'll link to the video. Because,
oh my God, there is a video.
There's a couple of videos, but the one with the merry-go-round and it's
we'll put it in the comments below so that you can definitely see that.
It's so, oh my gosh.
It's so extra.
It's so extra. So extra.
And my number 4 is Park Jin-young from GOT7.
Yes.
He's a delight.
Yeah, he is.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, did I like Bobby and Yumi Cells? I did not. Did I like Park Jin-young and Yumi Cells? Yes, I did. It's a subtle, it's a little bit of a difference. I thought his chemistry with Kim Go-eun was off the charts.
Yeah.
His character I did not enjoy his character.
No.
But he's a really good actor.
He is.
And I really enjoy him a lot. The first place that I saw him was in He is Psychometric.
Right.
Which was really, it was a wackadoodle show.
It really was,
It was, like, to this day, I'm like, that ending was weird, and I'm not really sure where we ended up. And if he touched people, things happened, but then at the end, it didn't. It was kind of a hot mess. cast.
But that was a good cast.
But it was a good cast.
Yeah, Shin Ye-yoon, who came back in Yumi Cells too.
That's right.
And then who played his brother?
Kim Kwon, who was done wrong. Like they did him wrong in that one.
Kidding.
Like it was dark and awful and there was a lot going on. And Kim Kwon and their bromance was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then to have it implode in the last again, we can go on about why the show didn't work for me, but he did.
Yeah, we really enjoyed watching it.
Enjoyed watching it. So he's just one of those actors that he's got that romantic lead down pat. Yeah. He's really good at it. He also played a younger version of Yoo Tae in When My Love Blooms.
Yeah. That was a sentimental drama.
It was super sentimental, and I really wanted to just live in the past because the two that played the younger versions, it was Park Jin Young and it was Jung So Ni. They were on fire. I loved them. Again, he's just a great romantic lead. Yeah. So whether you enjoyed him in Yumi Cells or not, whether you're a Bobby fan, you're in the Bobby fan club or not, you Bobby fan club or not. I mean, Park Jin Young really. I'm looking forward to his next show.
So my number 4 is Park Hyung-sik.
Ooh,
yes. Im Siwon's buddy from ZEA.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The heirs, Hwarang, Strong Woman Do Bong-soo.
So many. He's
Park Hyung-sik.
Yes.
He's so, oh man.
Right?
He's so good looking. I kind of can't with him. I wish Suits was a show I enjoyed more.
I think I tried Suits at least twice and I couldn't get through it.
With Jang Dong-gun, it should have been so good. I couldn't get into it. But I have to say this past year, watching him in Happiness with Han Hyo-joo, we talked about this a lot in our live chats. He was a high school baseball star and he was a cop and then he got infected. So he was a monster as well, but a hero and a lover. And he was like, it was the ultimate.
It really was. I mean, for a return from the military project, it covered all the bases for everybody who wanted to see him. You had zombies. You had, like you said, the hero, the
government
lover,
corruption,
the whole thing. Yeah. He covered it all.
He was so good in it.
He was.
Yeah.
People are still clamoring for like another one.
Yeah, because it wasn't 16. I think it was 12.
Yeah, it was a short one.
Yeah, it was a short one. But then he did an even shorter one. He did Flip Side. He did soundtrack number 1 with Han So-hee. Oh, so romantic.
I keep forgetting to watch that one.
It's right, because it's on Disney Plus and you need a VPN.
Disney Plus. When are you going to listen to us, Disney Plus? So until Disney Plus decides to give us these dramas that they will not let us watch here in the Western territories, you can use a VPN, which is what we use down below.
That's right. So soundtrack number 1, highly recommended. He's so good in it. And the chemistry with Han So-hee, like you just believe him. And it's a lovely little romantic
and it's only
K-drama.
4 episodes. So it sounds like it's
your Friday night.
Exactly. It sounds perfect.
So good.
All right. And my number 3 is so new to me that I am like getting ready to like go down every rabbit hole. But Ok Taek-yeon is my number 3. I adore him. I think listen, Secret Royal Inspector and Joy was one of my all-time favorites. And it came out of nowhere. I was not expecting to enjoy it. I was expecting to be like, watch a couple of episodes and drop it. And it was delightful. Like he playing a gourmet chef buffoon of a royal inspector was my jam, right? And then
it was funny.
It was super funny. Yeah. And then Kim Hae-yoon trying to divorce her awful husband and leave that family. And then they kind of, again, the found family thing and them trying to like solve cases. And it just was it was just so well done and so well executed. Again, everything I just said, we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
There's nothing new in what I just explained. But the way they did it and their comedy chops, and again, I think it's me being a fan of comedy. It just was so delightful. And they touched on, again, certain things that are, a little bit, they use comedy to tell a story, an important story about women's agency and men wanting to do what they want to do. And it was really, really good.
And he did this after Vincenzo.
I think Vincenzo was where I first saw him, which, again, I'm super late to this fandom. But I enjoyed the dual roles that he played. I thought he was really good in both the comedy and being the like psychotic, like, evil guy, which was great. I also watched him in, and then I backtracked, right? So I'm like, I'm kind of digging him. I'm going to watch, I kind of went down a rabbit hole. And then I tried to watch Save Me. It was a lot. I couldn't deal. But he's very, very good in the episodes that I watch.
Okay.
Right? I just couldn't finish the whole thing. It was just too much. It was it was a lot. It was a lot. And so I really enjoy him as an actor. And I'm now watching him in Blind, which is kind of the way they've set it up. It's kind of like one of these things where we were like laughing about it on Twitter. Like one of our people was like, is this them just going like, I see you, mouse, and I'm going to fix everything you did wrong? Like it's kind of got that feel to it. Like there's a dark backstory and then he's now a cop, but is he also the serial killer? But he's playing that dual role thing again that I'm really digging it.
So my number 3 is also from 2 p.m., JUNHO.
That's a big one. That's a big one, Marisa.
Right. In the pantheon of like male idol actors, he's up at the top.
Oh, well, he just
Except
won.
he's number 3.
Yeah.
I've got more. Right? These lists are impossible.
These are impossible. Like, how do you rank them? This is more, that's not even really a ranking. It's just kind of a list and we're just putting numbers on them.
But I challenge you to get it to 5 or even under 10.
Yeah. It's so hard.
It's so hard, but so
Marisa
fun.
and I each had to have a list of 5 just so we could cover as many as we wanted, right?
I know, but we started with a list of like 30.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, I mean, JUNHO just won the Beck thing, right?
Yes, for the Red Sleeve, which we were so addicted to with YONG. Oh, we were so addicted to that show. But honestly, it started with Good Manager with Namgoon Min.
That is I will... Don't yell at me. Do not yell at me. That's still my favorite.
JUNHO. I
role.
totally see why. The bromance, they won awards for that too. He played a complex character. He wasn't just this evil chaebol boss, but the two of them together, so freaking good. So good. But after Good Manager, then he was in Just Between Lovers with Won Jana.
People still lose their minds over that one on Twitter.
I loved it. Oh, just their backstory, but just, honestly, it was just a different pace for a K-drama. It wasn't, despite them having a backstory of this horrible, sensational accident, it was just very quiet. And the two of them eventually coming together, it was just, I really liked it.
I challenge the JUNHO fans of the two. If you could only watch one, would it be Just Between Lovers or the Red Sleeve?
Oh no. Well, I'll tell you what, it would not be Walk of Love.
No.
I'll tell you that.
It would not.
I wanted to like that because I love Jang Hyuk.
That one was rough.
And what am I missing? I know a lot of people enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't get through 2 episodes of it.
That's bad.
It's
Especially
bad.
with Jang Hyuk. Oh my God.
Jang Hyuk and JUNHO, and I couldn't watch it. Oh, I'm still so upset about it. I don't know what I would choose between Just Between Lovers and the Red Sleeve. I really. Oh God. When I decide, I'll put it in the comments. As I look for your top idol list, because it's so fun.
So fun. So my number 2 is JUNHO.
Yeah.
I love him. He's my favorite puppy of all the puppies.
He's adorable.
He brings me so much joy.
How can he be that good looking?
It's ridiculous. It's absurd.
Right?
Like this sounds weird. He's beautiful.
Yes.
He is a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah.
Puppy. But I'm not like attracted to him in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
We acknowledge his beauty.
Yeah. But, anyway. But I love him. I love him in his little romantic roles, though.
Yeah.
I always root for him.
Yeah.
Constantly. So if you're one of those haters on Twitter, like, shush, he's a delight. He's a delight. We love him. I first saw him in My ID is Gangnam Beauty.
I saw him in Hit the Top.
Ooh.
It's so good. You need to watch it. Seo.
Oh, okay. Done.
Right?
I love her.
He plays an idol. It was one of his early roles, but he's very funny in it. He's very good.
He, I think, is a very good actor. People don't give him enough credit. Like, I think he's very talented.
I know you were explaining that to me, that there is hate on Twitter, and that surprises me.
Surprises me because I think he's just so charming and heartfelt and lovely. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I thought that his My Idea is Gangnam Beauty character was refreshing,
really good,
and just delightful.
Yeah.
But who are we kidding, y'all? The reason I completely love JUNHO is Rookie Historian. Go hate on.
Do you think his character is misunderstood
In Rookie Historian?
Yeah. Or the choices he made as an actor are misunderstood in that one?
For that one, I will say, because remember when we first started watching it, I was like, this Prince character is ridiculous and over the top. Like, I wasn't really digging it.
Yeah.
But then when he kind of settled in, I was like, I love this show.
Yeah.
So
I remember.
I don't know if maybe it was that situation where his choices just, because it was, I think, his first historical. If I remember correctly, reading about him, he was very nervous. And so he wanted to make sure that he hit all those beats correctly. And so I think that once he settled in, because it was a 20 episode show.
Ooh,
So he had some time to settle in. But then once he settled in, he was just a little nugget of a puppy prince. And I loved him. And him and Shinsei Kyung, their chemistry was popping.
It was. And unexpected.
Yes.
Unexpected. Yeah.
Absolutely unexpected. And then the ending, I'm going to ruin it for you, but it doesn't change anything about how amazing it is. Him being like a little travel blogger, ex-prince, was probably my favorite thing I've ever seen.
It was perfection.
It was so good.
So good.
So good. And I loved it. So that is why I love him. And so he's what I'm really excited about, though. And there's this whole mix up with OCN and TVN, and like they're not releasing them. So we're waiting. But he's got The Island coming up. Island season 1.
Oh my goodness.
He's playing an exorcist priest with Kim Nam-gil and our girl Dahi. I cannot wait.
Yes.
And it needs to be released now because it's only a season 1. There's a season 2 coming up. So I really, really need that one. And it just got announced that he is doing the A Good Day to Be a Dog, which is also based on a web drama. But his co-star in that is HYUNG, who everybody knows from the music video that they have popping chemistry.
Oh.
And it's quirky. And if it's A Good Day to Be a Dog is the title, and she turns into a dog. I think that works perfectly. And I can't wait.
I'm laughing already.
All right. Thank you, Chanu.
My number 2 is Seo In Guk.
Oh, his voice, Marisa.
That music video with the red coat.
in the winter. Oh my gosh. Like he's one of the few idol actors that I will watch sing. And I mean that. Like a lot of them, it's kind of like it's jarring for me. But he's one where I'm like,
he's so good. Oh my goodness. And such a surprise because he won one of those K-pop competition shows, and that launched his singing career. I first saw him in The Master's Son. I'm like, who is this security guard in a tight-fitting white collared shirt? My goodness.
And then That's right. That was him.
I know. Playing the second male lead to Soji Sub. Definitely noticed him. Then I watched Reply 1997. He was so good in it. I know all of those series in that Reply series are good, but that was, I think, where he was a revelation to the country, like what a talented actor he is. But holy cow, 100 million stars falling from the sky with Jung So-min.
That's where I knew.
That edge to him with his flannel shirts and lifting boxes of beer, alcohol,
kegs of beer.
Oh my goodness.
Into the truck.
Oh my goodness. And then just the whole trajectory of their love story.
He's in a movie with Jung So-min right now, and that's all anyone's talking about.
Project Wolf Hunting. Yeah, because actually they did a cameo together at the beginning of Abyss.
Yes.
So we got that little wrap up there,
yes.
And now they're in Project Wolf Hunting.
Yes, people are still clamoring for them to reunite in a K-drama because their chemistry was absurd.
It was. But he's so good. Like Doom at Your Service, kind of an inconsistent show, but I thought he was really good. And then Cafe Minamdong, he was delightful in it. Just wacky and just with this great sense of humor. And he had so much fun playing a fake shaman.
Oh, like he's so hilarious.
He's hilarious. It's hilarious in it.
And then there's that one scene where he's trying to guide the other guy through it so his mom doesn't find out that he's the fake shaman.
Yeah.
It's comedy
so
gold,
funny,
y'all.
So funny.
Yeah.
He's just one of my favorites. He's consistently good.
He's so consistently good. And then he just kind of does some of these random like one-off like guest roles.
Yes.
Like my favorite is the Navalera one where he just strode in as like one of the greatest ballerinas ever. And I was like,
really good in that.
Hello.
And the same thing, Oh My Ghostess, where he strides in as one of the greatest chefs ever.
Right. Yeah.
He's all that.
He's the best. And if you have not ever seen it, there is a clip from him being on a reality show with his mom on YouTube where he finds out that he basically finds out his own birth secret on basically a reality show. And it is one of the greatest clips in the history of variety shows. So if you get a chance, I'll find it. We'll throw it in the description below. It's fantastic. The smirk on his mom's face through the whole thing.
As he did the math.
As he did the math. is fantastic. All right, Marisa. My number one is Lee-jun.
Yes.
I am so late to this fandom. I am like this year late to this fandom.
But he spent a lot of years on the family drama.
Yeah.
Don't watch those.
Oh my God. From The Silent Sea to Pulgasol and the most intense wackadoo antagonist ever, like just a psycho immortal being with the greatest wardrobe you've ever seen. Like he took it to a whole new level, right? Like a rock star immortal being. And then Bloody Heart. It's only 3 dramas and I lost my shit. I adore him with everything I have. He's like my all-time favorite. Bloody Heart is bar none the greatest historical drama I have ever watched.
Ah, yeah.
I lost my shit.
Oh my God. It's the best of the best.
It really is.
Oh, so
it was, I say this knowing I'm gonna get yelled at a lot. It was everything the Red Sleeve was not for me.
Oh yeah. After we started this, we were like, the Red Sleeve, we thought that was amazing despite the ending. And then Bloody Heart just wiped the floor.
Oh my God. The chemistry with Kang Ha-na, the chemistry with
Jang,
yeah. And the angst. Nobody does angst better than Lee-jun. Nobody.
But then every episode there was a cliffhanger with the drums
the
starting.
Drum. Oh, the drums. As soon as the drum started, I was just like, it can't be over, but this is so good. It was so well executed from beginning to, it was He's so good. God. He's just so good. And I adore him and I want nothing but the best for him. Well, I mean, he's got all these things. Every time you read up about him, he's got like acute anxiety and has got bipolar disorder. And I'm like, oh, Pumpkin, you're just so talented. It's okay. And he's musical and he can sing. And he's an amazing dancer. Like he attended like this all women's school for dance.
Oh,
and
yes.
Like, he's good friends with our guy from CM Blue, Jung Young-won. I just really, really dig him a lot. Like he's my number one, like without even having to think about it.
And my number one is Dio.
Oh.
Do Kyung-soo. I love EXO. I saw EXO before I saw him act in anything.
Oh, really?
I think. Yeah, I think so. Because then I saw EXO Next Door, which is, because they always make a show. But, you have a couple of them who can act. Chanyeol, I guess. But they gave him a more interesting role and Moon Ga-young was in it.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's really right. So this was fun. This was fun. Honestly, he's in a superstar group. He's a superstar actor. He runs around with like Kim Woo-bin and like Jo In-sung, that upper echelon. He's just like who would have thought this, squishy penguin would be.
I was gonna say he is kind of a squishy penguin,
he's
right?
a total squishy penguin.
Perfect description of him.
Yes. For all you XOLs out there, but I love him. So the memorable ones for me are It's Okay, This Is Love. What a phenomenal role for a young actor with Jo In-sung, who's, top star. So he was really good in that. I won't give away too much. Also, 100 Days My Prince.
He was so good in that. That wasn't my first time seeing him, but that was my first drama with him. He's just so absurd. It was just amazing.
He does that character so well. When you see him in the real life, behind the scenes stuff with EXO, you're like, how is this kid have such charisma on screen? Not a kid anymore. He's post-military. But, his presence, he's a phenomenal actor. And I know he studies films. He knows what he's doing. He knows how he appears on camera and the work he does for his characters. But 100 Days My Prince, man, he was just Nam Ji-hyun.
Him and Nam Ji-hyun, just so they were hilarious in their bickering.
Yes.
And then when they finally fell in love, they're longing and they're crying. Yes. And it was just, he was a delight, man. My first time seeing him though, officially was in the Along with the Gods series.
Yes.
He was so tragic in those and so good.
I know. So we're waiting for the third one,
which
is going to be centered around his character, which is going to be fascinating.
Yeah.
He's really good. And then again, just amazing actors in that series of films. And then now he's got Bad Prosecutor coming up,
which is his first one out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
So they always try to pick the big one, right? Like
Yeah.
they always want to make that a big splash.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you know more about him than I do, but this is a different role for him.
Yeah.
Like, this is like he's actually like an adult in this one.
Right. He plays a prosecutor and
Yeah.
they permed his hair. So he's going to be crazy and off the wall. But
Yeah.
he didn't roll out of the military right into a project.
Yeah.
Like he took his time. So he picks very good projects and he's offered really high caliber projects. Like his films, Swing Kids. Oh my God. Wasn't that heartbreaking? He was so good
He was
in it.
so good in Swing Kids.
So good.
Oh my God.
You have to prepare yourself for the
You do.
ending. He's bullied, but he's tough and he dances and he has his own strength. And it's heartbreaking, but it's good.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
And
Not
also-
even a spoiler. Just be prepared.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then also, if you go back a little further, My Annoying Brother with Jo Jung-suk, due to an accident, he's blind. And Jo Jung-suk is his no good brother. But the two of them together,
The man really does do chemistry well with just about anybody.
it's surprising because he seems very quiet,
Mhm.
but he's very thoughtful.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a really good description of
Mhm.
what how I think of him as an actor.
Yeah. Not squishy penguin when you think of him.
I think of him as a squishy penguin like in real life. Like any behind the scenes stuff I've seen of him, he just looked almost like I mean, I don't mean this rudely, but like a child, right? But like, yeah, like a squishy penguin like strikes me as like his personality in
Mhm.
real life.
Mhm.
But like his persona on camera always seems very thoughtful.
Yeah, very thoughtful. And my goodness, so talented. Like this is the biggest K-pop group on our list.
Mhm.
EXO's huge, and he's got a beautiful voice, and he's a good dancer. Is he the best in the group? No, but he's a good dancer. That's why you have Kai, because
Yes.
Seo can sing.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
Jen doesn't know
I
what
know
I'm
not.
talking
I have
about.
no idea what she's talking about, but yes. Yes.
I think he's super talented, and that's why he's my number one.
Who's your number one?
Mhm.
So go ahead and leave that list in the comments below. We can't wait to read your list. These are our choices
For today.
for today. Exactly. So we look forward to seeing your list. Until then, we're the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marissa, and you. Thank you for taking a K-drama coffee break with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.